Truthit, 5 o'clock shadow battle blog, and the review I have today is Red Flag versus Dale Denton. Now, there's a couple of points I want to make before getting into the battle. Number one, never judge a book by its cover. Flag looks like he just got off a forklift moving pallets, and Dale Denton looks like he has a beautiful countryside life with his beautiful wife, who happens to be his cousin. Now, I admit, when I saw these two, I was like, they're gonna have basic bars, sound basic, rap basic, act basic, and by the end of the battle, out of all these battles released from this card, they're arguably gonna have the worst rounds. But they had the best rounds, period. Not saying they would have won against the other battlers that were on this card, but their bars were just as good, if not better, than anyone. Bang, glow leads, verses, Butterfords. Yes, their bars were as good, if not better, than all of their bars. Number two, and I just learned this from this battle, there is such a thing as under-hyping, and this battle proves it. This is kind of weird to me. I've often watched the battles and heard bars and thought to myself, they lucky they here, because in other places, those mediocre bars would not have hit. And then I watched battles where I was like, they going a little too far with the overhyping these bars, like cheerleading and stuff.
Bada bop boom pow.
The bars ain't that great. But this might be the first time that I complain about a crowd not going crazy enough.
First red flag. Missing Bill couldn't stop him climbing, now his stock is rising. So you in the right place, but you got awful timing. When this
But if he disagreed, hammer to the side of red flag like the Soviet Union. You get your...
Both of these guys have bars that if they were coming out of Charlie Clips, Disaster, Tay-Rock, you name it, if it was coming out of their mouth, they would have won Summer Madness. When they dropped the bars, they got some oohs and ahs and some but some of the bars, I didn't feel like they got their just due. Flag versus Dale Denton. Denton won the coin toss. It was on Red Flag first. Round one, Red Flag, what worked? The beginning of the round, Red Flag said, couldn't stop his climbing, now his stock is rising. Now you in the right place, but you got awful timing. But in that same cluster of bars, he said, this could evolve to violence, so talk that ish if you've been through it. Your nose ain't broke yet, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Quit trying to punch back to back and just rock with the time limits. And for once, say it with your chest and not with your sinuses. He had other bars this round. Very thorough opening to the battle by Red Flag. Attitude kept me grounded like a strict parent, but there were things that didn't work. What didn't work was he harped a little too long on Dale Denton's delivery being rushed. I don't know, to me it almost seems like a personal preference, but not an insult. But then later on in the battle, what he's talking about, Dale Denton's delivery, is going to make a lot more sense. But complaining about someone rushing their delivery, I'm not really rocking with, because one of the greatest battle rappers today, or in the history of battle rap ever, Disaster, built his career on rushing his delivery. So it didn't really translate in the first round.
ears bleeding like listening to his rounds. I can't even tell you how awkward your style is. You rush every round like you can't wait to stop with this rhyming shit.
He also had some stabbing him in the neck and head bars, and I got it. It wasn't whack, but it just didn't work for me. But this is just nitpicking at this point because his round was still pretty good. Round one on Dale Denton. What worked? He said, I'll show you, son, and put you under my wing. You see this red flag behind me like the Nazi regime.
Oh my God! But if he disagreed, hammer to the side of red flag like the Soviet Union. You get your top cut, dragged around the house like I'm smoking a Cuban.
I almost put this in my what didn't work, because the hammer to the side of the red flag like the Soviet Union was ridiculous. And I get it. You cut the top of the Cuban cigar off and drag it when you smoke it, but you dragging a dead body around in the house. You see how like the metaphor kind of has to work both ways. I don't know. It just seemed like it could have been done better. The bar could have worked, but it had to have been, set up better. However, the very next bar, you want hands, we could throw these. You could bring your homies, and for that, cheap seats is like StubHub. What that mean?
Y'all gonna be sitting together in some nosebleeds.
Did he do that? Did he do that?
No, stop it.
Did he do that? Listen.
He's well connected, guys. That means he dicks rides in my eyes. Makes sense. Flag gotta be attached to a pole to see him rise. Look, man, the bars that they were spitting are crazy. They both were going off in the first round, actually.
Don't be surprised when your battle rap friends all leave you for dead. They just use him to get in the right lane. Well, that makes it okay for them to turn on Red.
And when Red said no turning right in New York, Dale was quick with the rebuttal on some.
I did not know that.
Oh my God! Watch battle rap!
But stuff for Dale Denton didn't work in this round too. He started off with a dud bar.
And I see you're nervous, and I get that, because I'm playing the role of the Orlando gunman that the Fed snatch. You see me as pull shot up. Now we realize he's nothing but a dead fag. All right, I probably shouldn't have said that.
No, you shouldn't have said that, not because of the words you used, but because the bar was whack. That's why you really shouldn't have said it. Round 1 went to Red Flag, though. I think Denton starting off slow cost him the round. So let's get to round 2. Round 2, Red Flag. What worked? You get the message. Let me spell it out for you like predictive texting.
Oh my God! Watch battle rap!
Red Flag really did do his thing in this round. He said,
3 rounds for this geek? Wow, that's a big investment. And that's not disrespect, because I'm here to give y'all some help. Autocorrect. I swear this shit writes itself.
Oh my God! Watch battle rap!
he rides around the city to see that his bars are still relevant. Half the time, we don't know why he's in the hood like Bill Belichick.
Did he do that? Did he do that?
No, stop it.
Did he do that?
There are things that didn't work. The pussy rolling with the metal, like Clank and Ratchet. It wasn't the first time I heard that bar. Not only did I hear it before, but the bars not really just wasn't that hard. And maybe if you said it with a little more enthusiasm, like you should do to a lot of your other bars that you don't do, it might have came out tougher, but it just didn't work. Insulting him due to his appearance was corny because it seemed too easy. When you insult Dale Denton's appearance, it was almost like it's too easy. It was like too obvious. Like when Rome went in on Big T, he really had to really go in him because normal fat jokes is an angle that everyone would use against Big T, just like his appearance would be an angle everyone would use against Dale Denton. And it's just like in this case, it didn't work. You'd really have to like go harder on it. So round 2 on Denton, what worked? I do break the law, but don't brag about it. That stuff is unheard to me. Everyone knows the hood brings out the worst in everyone, like the Kermit meme.
Did he do that? Did he do that?
No, stop it.
Did he do that?
Even your old girl, your ex, digging her like I was looking for buried treasure. I made it rain on them hoes every time they told you they was under the weather. Wait, maybe Flag didn't win this round after all, now that I think about it. Watch me fold Flag and put him in a casket like a military funeral.
Did he do that? Did he do that?
No, stop it.
Did he do that?
He ain't the urban type. He seen Keith Urban twice was funny too, but there were some things that didn't work. One of your setup punches was like, I got a cougar in the whip like Ricky Bobby. And it's okay, but the setup was more fire than the punch. Your girl's like an annoying friend with stories, always trying to top me.
Oh my God! Watch battle rap!
That should have been the end of that bar. That should have ended that little scheme that you had. It would have hit harder if you would have ended it with that and let Ricky Bobby be the setup. But you know that's kind of nitpicking. But whatever. Put his head on Red's circle like a game of Twister. Also, what didn't work this round is the bars were hot, but the delivery and stuttering took a lot of sting off of some of your punches, man. Like, You Can't Be the American Flag because you haven't earned your stripes was fire, but you fumbled the You Name Yourself Red flag because your actions raised a lot of red flags in your life. When you stuttered like that, kind of took the punch out, took the sting out the whole bar.
You name yourself Red Flag. Is it because your actions have led to a lot of, or your actions have raised a lot of red flags in your life? Or is it because you can't be American Flag because you haven't earned your stripes? I mean,
Kind of ruined it. Round 3 on Red Flag. The beginning of his third round, I could have done without. Even when he had to start from the beginning, he was like Adele at the Grammys. He had to start over.
They gassed every one of your shots. Who gave this kid a Kalishnikov? Not one line is original. You need to switch to a different cloth. Rushing through all that bitten material. Lucky we listen. I need to run this back. I think I do.
But he said battling's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. And it's not passion if your first hip-hop classic was a digital download.
Did he do that? Did he do that?
no, stop it.
Did he do that?
I got 8 times your presence. You got the Hanukkah treatment. And he kept it going with, I'm punching like I'm hitting a speed bag. You punch like you sniffing a speed bag.
Oh my God! What's that?
A lot of the stuff he said in the round 3 was fire. Round 3 on Dale Denton, he had the New Era cat bar, which was pretty good. I ain't hating on the New Era cat bar. He said, don't be acting brolic. This battle is like a 911 dial. You stupid if you can't call it.
Oh my God! What's that?
Well, I can call it. One of the most fire bars in the entire battle to me, though, was...
But don't let him go to your head or that 70s show. My crew run up in Red's house and act like they own it instead.
Did he do that? Did he do that?
No, stop it.
Did he do that?
Call me Dana White, you ain't gonna put up another fight after your pride is getting took? Dana White, buying pride?
Did he do that? Did he do that?
No, stop it.
Did he do that?
He had some other stuff in the 3rd round, but here's how I decided the winner. On paper, if you just read the bars, you go back and forth. You can't really pick a winner, because after reading some of Red Flag's bars, you like, man, Dale Denton died. But then you read some of Dale's rounds and be like, oh, Red Flag died. So with that being said, I had to go to delivery. And while both of y'all delivery can improve drastically, I mean, Red Flag battles like he's on break and he has to get back to his job, and this was just cutting into his time. Like, relax, Red Flag, the pallets ain't going nowhere. And Dale Denton, I don't know if you need more time to remember your bars. I don't think that's the case, because I honestly believe that you respect the culture. But I think it's just like when it's your turn and you're spitting, sometimes you stumble and like maybe anxiety takes over, and you know, I do think you respect the culture, so I don't think it's you just showing up there, you know, with just rehearsed bars and you just don't got it together. But going to the delivery, I have to say, I got to give this battle to Red Flag 2-1. Red Flag was more polished, and I think I really do think he won this battle. However, y'all need to put some respect on both of these battlers' names. I know the room wasn't as packed, but I think they deserve a little bit more enthusiasm during their bars that were monstrous. Their bars were out of this world. Their bars were bananas, and they deserve more than... Oh, wow, yeah, I think I get it. No, they deserve more than that. Anyway, just give them, put respect on their name. Anyway, this is your boy Truthit. This is the 5 o'clock Shadow Battle Reviews, and on to the next one. Since Lex Luthor be putting out battles like I be putting out to my wife as often as possible. Shoutouts to iBattletv, shoutouts to Massacre Battle Associations, shoutouts to Battle Rap, all my new friends I've been meeting lately. Thank you for the love. Shouts out to y'all.